You just tell me when we're live.
Morning. We're live, or we should be.
You think we're live now?
It showed we're live.
Okay, well, I guess that's half the ball game right there. It shows it. Good morning, everybody. I'm Carl Mingers. This is Aaron Burns. We are WRME Live out of Mustang, Oklahoma, serving the whole central Oklahoma area.
We are. We're live. Well, no, that's 60s ago.
Right. You sound like the teachers on the Charlie Brown commercial. Okay.
I feel like it this morning.
Episode 163, September 4th, 2020. Year of the Rona. Yeah, I tell you.
Are you showing we're live in yours?
I'm not showing. I don't know. Nope. Maybe. Who knows? I only see episode 161. So. Technical difficulties. I need one of those test patterns we can hold up here.
Oh, I know what I did on that one. Ha ha ha.
You know, when I was a kid, I would get up on Saturday morning early enough because I didn't want to miss any of the cartoons. Okay, that was my big cartoon day. And
okay, now
episode 163. It says we'll be available soon. We're just going to assume that's going to work.
That's our group.
Well,
I'm showing we're live in
who
the
knows?
now.
It's live now. There we are.
There we are. Okay, technical difficulty. Hi, sorry.
You know. Hey, you want to talk about technical difficulty?
Hey, so YouTube got just some fun extra of me trying to figure out why we were live on Facebook.
I guess so. My wife got me up this morning, hollers at me. She goes, "Brahms is on fire." And I'm just like, man, I jump off the couch like, what the heck's going on, you know? She saw it on the news. Of course, the big Brahms,
right.
I think it's their hay barn is on fire, which has filled the whole valley. Man, you know, after having a house fire a few years ago, and Brahms is our next door neighbor, even though their hay barn is like 16 miles away, it sure wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, I know, Joe.
Guarantee you. All right.
Well, it's sure not something you really want to wake up to, though. Like, your house is on fire, or, you know, you're like, flashback.
Well, what's going on in real estate today? I guess have you heard all about the, moratorium or whatever, the CDC and everybody saying no more evictions for the rest of the year?
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay. Yep, that went into effect actually, I think it goes into effect today. But you have to prove that the corona is causing your issues, you know.
Oh.
And most people, you know, 93%, or I think it's 92% of the people are still working. Okay.
Yep.
If you're still working, you don't qualify for not paying your rent. You still have to pay your rent, even if you couldn't evict them.
Right.
Through the rest of the year, they're still liable for that rent.
Well,
it's not forgiven. Okay.
And so they should be.
And there's a lot of rules to it. You know, of course, the government's involved, so you know there's going to be a lot of rules. Probably a stack of paperwork about this high.
Probably.
You know, but I tell you what, if I was a renter right now and I had any kind of credit score at all, you know, there's a lot of down payment assistance stuff going on. OFA, Oklahoma Housing Finance Authority, has some down payment assistance stuff. And you just cannot get better interest rates than we have right now. People are refinancing like crazy. Decent houses in our bread and butter market, you know, the like 3-bed, 2-bath, anything under, say, 175, man, they're just going fast, you know.
Well, and you got to be ready. So get pre-approved because things are going into multiple offer situations. So if you're not pre-approved and you don't have all your stuff together, you're going to miss out.
Right. You know, and we still got a few folks out there, and I'm going to blame this on some of the realtors out there. They're still bringing in lowball offers and then having their clients go through the inspection process and do all this stuff, maybe even appraisals, and anything comes up, you know, if somebody's already discounted their property and we know we can get more out of it, they're not going to back down on that. And then they've cost their client money and time
and they cost
and everything
the seller's
else.
time off the market, which is money,
And then to hold a property hostage is just ludicrous.
Well, and just because we as an agent don't think our comps support it, we hope we're right, whether it's here or there.
Well,
but we don't know till
by
the
the time
appraiser.
we run our comps and our market analysis stuff on it,
we have a good idea.
We have a really good idea of what it's going to appraise for.
But I've been reading on some of the real estate pages I'm a part of in other parts of the country, they're having appraisers are being real hostile.
Well,
and when one post said they came in $50K less.
Wow.
And the agent or the appraiser wouldn't justify it. And when they started talking, she had the same one on another one, and they were asking about it. And he goes, "If you keep this up, it's going to come in low."
Well,
I was like, Dang.
That's what happens when one group gets too much power, okay, or one individual gets too much power. We're seeing a lot of this with this whole Corona deal. You'll have some of these mayors in some of these towns go overboard, and because they have all this power, okay. I can't hardly breathe in the mask, but that's. I'm a big guy. I require a lot of air. When we're doing scuba diving, I'd run out of air in half the time all these little skinny people would.
Well, no. Last night I triggered my remaining bottled time to 3 minutes twice because of my breathing.
Right.
And I'm only in 12 feet of water.
And,
I'm like, wow, oops.
The whole mask thing, having to wear a mask all the time. And if you need a mask, you need a mask, okay? But, I had to go to the hospital, doctor, whatever this week, and of course I get there half hour early because I'm always early. If I'm not early, I'm stressed out because I'm late. I sit there for a half hour. You have to wear your mask. I'm about to pass out because it's too hot in there. Then I had to wait another half hour before they actually was doing anything, and I kind of zoned out. I don't know if I fell asleep or what. I dropped my phone, and everybody's kind of laughing, but I'm just I'm sitting in there, and I pulled my mask down, and people give me this go-to-hell look, but I couldn't breathe.
Right.
An hour or something sitting there, and it was just way too hot. It was just very frustrating. And I just pulled my mask down a little bit, and they finally get me in there, and they said, "Wow, you're," they put the little thing on your finger to read your oxygen. I said, "Man, your oxygen's real low." I said, "Yeah, I can't hardly breathe." They said, "You got sinus problems?" I said, "No, I had this stupid mask." They said, "Well, okay, take your mask off. I'll come back in 15 minutes." So I waited another 15 minutes, but I had my mask off, and I'm, set there, played on my phone, all that stuff. They come back in, "Oh, well, yeah, your oxygen's fine now." Go figure, And if you see people out in public and their tempers are getting a little short and stuff, it's because they're not getting enough air.
Right.
I'm convinced of that. I needed a phone case yesterday. Stopped in at 3 different phone stores. 2 of them sent me to Amazon, which irritates me to no end.
Right.
I wouldn't have drove to your store with an iPhone 10. I bet there's 8 gazillion of those out there. And you can't carry a case for an iPhone 10? Come on. Go to Amazon. All right. And then, but the third place, they're like, you don't have a mask on. Wouldn't even let me in the door. It's okay. Well, I could go get my mask and go back in. Then they'll tell me to go to Amazon. I don't know.
Take
it's
my
just
business
frustrating.
elsewhere.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I was. All right, see you later, dude.
Because I do have sinus and allergy problems, and then you add that mask to it, it's just... And then I feel like I can't breathe, which spikes up my anxiety.
And then all the stores closing early, like Best Buy.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. So if you go out and eat, and then you're going to go... Like we were going shopping Wednesday night. We always go out and eat on Wednesday nights. We were going to go, let's go over to Best Buy because I need this. Oh, they're closed. Go over to the soda store. Oh, they're closed. You can't blame all of this on Corona. And I don't know. Just the way it is. I'll quit bitching about things for a minute.
everybody used to give me a hard time because I had my groceries delivered. Now it's just like the normal thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that nobody's like, you can't go to the grocery store. I hate the grocery store.
Well, I don't mind the grocery store. I just hate going to Walmart to buy it, you know.
No, I just hate the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah, we have reduced our grocery trips to once a month. We'll go load up. I'm the guy, I'm in there with 2 big carts full of stuff. But I can only tolerate, first of all, people getting pissed because my mask isn't the proper mask. Okay. Okay, so you're the mask police now. Okay. There's just so much stuff going on, and it's all divisive. Everything there is divisive. I swear, if we have a civil war in this country, it's going to be the maskers versus the unmaskers. And the unmaskers are going to win because the other side can't breathe. You know?
I'm passing.
Yeah. It's just nuts. You know, I don't know. But that's my opinion.
Okay, so something I'm going to need. It's Friday. First Friday.
It is First Friday.
We're going to eat.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to join us, call us. Message
Charleston's 1130, Bricktown, right next to Toby Keith and the Harkins Theater and all that stuff.
And we don't talk real estate the whole time, so we just chit-chat.
We talk real estate a lot.
We do.
I'll tell you, if
when you really like your job and you like what you do and it's interesting, you do
it's
tend
fun.
to talk about it a
you
lot.
just tend to talk about it.
Whether it's, oh my God, can you believe this guy? Or, oh my gosh, this situation. Or, oh,
did you see this house? It's so
this
amazing.
It was so cool.
You know, I'm glad my wife is not in real estate because she picks up all these neat ideas and then she wants that to apply to our situation. Well, you know, it's like these flippers that they buy houses, but they've watched way too much HGTV, and they're in there buried in this poor house.
Don't.
Yeah.
They have a lot more money than we do.
You know, well, they end up being buried in the house. They lose money, and it's very frustrating to watch people go through that.
And then
because that's rough on a marriage, I guarantee you.
Or they go into foreclosure, or have to file bankruptcy or whatever.
Or they have to go. Had a guy here a week and a half ago to sell his house that they had went in, put marble and all this other stuff in a rental neighborhood. He finally got rid of the house. He lost $15,000 on it, but he didn't have $15,000. He had to get a cash advance on his credit card to go sell a house, and he's never going to do this again because it's crazy.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yeah, well,
that's what I hate.
I wish I could have sat
like
down
that.
for 10 minutes with him in the beginning. And
that's
say,
why
hey.
when we find your next one, we're going to do a realistic YouTube channel on it so people know.
Let's just do that. Yeah.
This ain't the glorious TV. Like, this is real life stuff right here.
Right. You know, Oklahoma City's a great market, but, you know, you got to have your wits about you when you're doing investment.
But you got to be realistic. You don't go into a rental neighborhood and put granite in a house you're wanting to it doesn't.
Well, that's also where your realtor is so important. And even as investors, good investors use realtors. Okay.
And you don't go into a $120K house and expect to put marble and this in it and expect it to be worth $150.
And don't use Zillow for your ARV price.
No, I want to use Zillow because in my neighborhood there's one listed at like 1.2 million. I'm like, I'm in. I'm selling today.
You know what? When I'm running comps and like I'm looking at either an investment property or listing or something, I pull up Zillow because I know my clients are going to pull up Zillow.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got to have, well, Zillow is actually, like right now, on some of these, they're actually too low because our market is appreciating so much.
Right.
You know, well, if you're giving 10 grand away, why would you do that? You know?
Right. And you guys got to understand, those websites aren't in our market, so they don't actually see it. They just look at it.
They're all working off of algorithms and all this other stuff, just like Google and Facebook and all that stuff. It's a crazy world, you know. I don't really do a whole lot of algorithms. I do simple math, and I can generally take a piece of paper, you know, a little notepad, and jot down most of the numbers. I can walk to a house and know pretty much what it's going to cost to repair it, and we can do this deal or we can't do this deal, or we can we can get you this much, we think, whatever.
Yeah, and that's why we want to come walk through the house and look at it before we give you that ballpark range of where the comps came in at.
Right.
This is the high, this is the low, this is where we think it's going to sell at.
And it's tempting to not do the Weichert two-step process on listings because everything is selling so fast. I kind of do
my own version of it.
Right.
It's still a two-step, but...
Because we can run comps all day, but then you walk in that house to go to a listing appointment and the cat smell about knocks you down. Whoops. All that stuff just went out the window.
I have all my numbers on stuff ready, and then I walk through the house, and I take my photos and my notes, and I come back and I run the real numbers, and then I get back with him. Right. And then we sit down and talk about it.
And it works, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah,
so it's almost like a 3-step because I do my research before.
Well, I like to research. Of course, I love, that's part of what I love in real estate is the research. It's a fun business to be in. Anyway, back to lunch today. If you're in real estate or have anything to do,
we chased the rabbit down the hole.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did we
come
catch
see
it?
us? Yeah, we did because we're back at food.
Okay. Yeah, come see us at Charleston's 11:30. I'm buying. No pressure, no anything.
We're even gonna have
we
a
just like hanging
there.
out and.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a lender there today. So if you have a lender question, do
you
ask for?
We'll have our lender people there today. We'll have our commercial people there.
Residential.
We'll have residential property management. At least 2 or 3 property managers there.
And our desk monkey, as she likes to call herself.
The what?
Christine.
Oh yeah.
Desk monkey. She can answer
and
paperwork
my special
questions.
Grandkids. Okay.
Yes.
Which are always great to have around. All right, we better get off here. We've been on here forever.
Well, see, since we had the glitch, so everybody at least got a good laugh this morning.
Okay. If they kept watching. Okay.
Hopefully.
Did we even have anybody watching? No. Couldn't tell you. These things, they baffle me.
I still haven't figured out the one person that watches us on YouTube.
All right.
Who knows?
Okay, well, we're going to get off here. We are Weichert Realtors Main Edge, where we do real life, real world real estate every day. Come see us.